So they're allowed for some just in the difference of how you presented versus what their expectations were for you, and trying to have you be like their personal parent project and things
Mhm.
like that. And but none of that necessarily snuffed out your creativity though, huh?
Um, it did in certain aspects, just because like now I have a hard time with, I wouldn't say creating, but I have a hard time with actually finding things that I love to do, just because of all that I went through within the last 5 years. Is like I guess I could say I lost everything or everybody that I considered that I loved or what I thought I loved. So it's kind of hard for me now to, in a sense, to just, I don't want to say genuinely create, but just tap into that creative, optimistic child imaginative energy. Like I can get there, but it takes a lot of meditation, a lot of me getting out of my head, just because of, it's now like a, I wouldn't say a reality shock or reality shift, but it's like for you to grow up around these people and to watch the people that you felt as though you thought you knew or you thought loved you. It's like for everybody to change over money or over followers. It's just preposterous, but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. You said you in the last 5 years kind of lost everyone. What happened?
Just life in general.
Yeah.
Like God just was showing me like everybody wasn't there for me. Like a lot of people really, I feel like people know just based off of how I present myself. Like I'm always that person that flex by myself. Like you'll never catch me in a pack of people just because again, I don't mix well with people. Like I'm that person where if I'm in your life, I'm gonna make sure that you are not only your true authentic self, but you're fitting to be your greatest self. So if I see that you slacking or you bull assing, like no, I'm gonna call you out. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is not changing nothing. This is not solving nothing. What's the goal? What's the objective? And a lot of people don't like that. And when it comes down to people that try to portray to be a certain type of individual, it's like I can see straight through you. It's like, so who are you really? Because this person that you're portraying to be, you're not him or you're not her. So who are you? And
Yeah.
a lot of people don't like that. So
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
and a lot of competing and comparing. People
Nobody
wanna,
likes getting called out.
huh?
Nobody likes being called out or anything.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when you're being called out, when it's coming from, how can I put it?
Sounds like a place of care.
A place of care, a
Like
place of
you want
love.
people to be the best they
Yeah,
can.
yeah. Because
And
I
some
grew
that
up.
can be like abrasive sometimes,
Yeah, definitely.
But it comes from a place of care, so good heart.
Yeah, but I realized sometimes it's not really what you say, it's how you say it. And
Mm.
back then, I really didn't have a great filter. Like I used to just say what was on my mind, and it used to just come out. And if people got offended, they got offended.
Bro, I'm so similar in that. I feel that so that's so real.
It's just because the environment that I grew up in, and I know you asked about that, and I need to touch on that. I grew up in West Baltimore, and the neighborhood is nicknamed
Baltimore don't
R&D.
play.
Yeah, and I'm talking about Baltimore City. So a lot of people, when they say Baltimore, people be thinking about Baltimore County. No, I'm talking about Baltimore City,
Mhm.
the nitty of the gritty,
Yeah.
the crummy, the grimiest, the low of the low. Like we have some good, they have some good parts within the city, like every city. But the part I grew up in was the heart of West Baltimore, and anything was liable to happen. My own relative got killed in the alley.
Mm.
Literally, that I can walk out of the house, the childhood house that I grew up in. I could walk out from the backyard and walk up that same alley. And when I reached the top, that's when my cousin had died. At. So Baltimore's no joke, but I realized like I've always been divinely protected, despite the things that I went through.
Hmm.
Angels, spirit, God, the universe, my ancestors, those that came before me have always been protecting me to lead me up to this point in this moment.
Hmm.
Mm.